Hi there, how you doing? This is Jag, your Office 365 daily vlogger. In the last few vlogs, we looked at some tips on how to maximize the benefits of using OneDrive for Business in your organization. So today I was going to give you a tip, but then this morning I've actually come across a very informative video from Daniel Anderson, a fellow SharePoint consultant from Melbourne, Australia. So in his video, he spoke about how to use version history right from your Word application, from your Office applications. So I'll leave a link to that video in the comments below. But I highly encourage you to check it out. So, but that video actually made me think of the tip that I want to present today. Okay, so it's slightly relevant to what we're talking in OneDrive for Business as well. So in OneDrive for Business, the reason why I've asked you to, when you bring those files across into OneDrive for Business from your PC, you get the added advantage of, putting it in the cloud storage, because, by putting it in the cloud storage, you get something like, version history. This is something that not everybody is completely across. So in OneDrive for Business, you can actually, keep track of both version history and also audit trial of what's happening with your file as well. Especially these two features are really are useful when you're actually sharing these documents with other people as well. You want to track who's working on your document. You just go to the information panel, you can see the audit trial, and also we'll see how the version history works as well. Let's jump in. Here's OneDrive for Business, and here you can actually see that I've got a bunch of files here. And to access the version history, all you need to do is hover on the file and click on the three dots, and that'll bring you the contextual menu. And from there you can see the version history. Click on that, and it'll take you to the version history of the file. Here you can see this file has actually got two versions. Version 1, which was created on the 17th of January, and version 2, I was just playing with it, and you can see it's only been created in the last 20 minutes. So you can actually go and view or restore a previous version. Okay, so if I hit previous restore, you can actually see now it's actually created 3 versions. So it preserves the old version as well. It's not just it's going to override that. Anyway, so that's how you actually can use the version history to restore from the previous versions as well. And if you actually open up the file from OneDrive for Business, let's go ahead and open this version 2. Open it in Word. Here we are. As you can see, it's when you open the file from the version history, it already knows that you opened up from a backup version, as you can see from the title of the file here, and it gives you the option to actually compare and restore files. So because you opened it from a not a current version but a backup version, you can actually get that option for comparing versions. And if you hit compare, and you can actually see the versions here. This is the video that Daniel spoke about and presented in much detail. So I highly encourage you to check that video. So for that, that's the tip. Okay, use the version history from within your OneDrive for Business interface. Okay, let me just quickly close this. And also, this tip includes one other thing, is the actual audit trial of that information of the file as well. So you select the file and hit the information panel icon as shown in here, and you can actually see the audit trial of who's actually edited. This is called activity, and here you can actually see the file has been created initially on the 16th of January, and it's you've updated it. So it gives you a sort of like a audit trial to just show you what's happening with that particular file. This is really useful, like I said before, with especially if you've shared the file with external sharing, with other people using external sharing. There you have it. That's tip 5. The tip 5 is about introducing version history and audit trials of files within OneDrive for Business. And that's not it. Okay, I've got more for you. I've actually got a bonus tip. So the bonus tip is about slightly relevant to version history. So let's say what happens if you actually delete a file. Okay, if you let me go ahead and delete this PowerPoint presentation. And here you can see the file has been deleted, and it actually goes into recycle bin. Okay, so anytime you delete a file in OneDrive for Business, it automatically goes into a recycle bin, and the recycle bin is this file is stored in recycle bin by default for 93 days. Okay, and if in recycle bin, if you were to delete it, okay, what happens is you can still restore it by actually going to something called second stage recycle bin. And here you can actually see the file is gone into second stage. And here, from here, if I just go ahead and restore from here, it automatically goes back into my files tab. Here you can see it's been restored. Okay, so that's the bonus tip. But just remember though, with respect to the recycle bin, by default, by default you get 93 days. Okay, if you delete a file within OneDrive for Business, it stays in recycle bin irrespective of where it is, whether it is in the first stage or the second stage. It is both combined, it stays for 93 days. Okay, so you have the ability to restore it back. The reason I wanted to bring this as a bonus tip is not many people know about the second stage recycle bin, because second stage recycle bin is more, it's also called as like, the site collection recycle bin. And I'm going to go a bit technical here, but the site collection recycle bin is only accessible for site collection administrators if you're in SharePoint. But the beauty of OneDrive for Business is you are the person who's logged in, and accessing your OneDrive for Business is the site collection admin for it. And that's why you actually see the second stage recycle bin when it comes to OneDrive for Business. If this were to happen in SharePoint, if you're not a site collection site collection owner, then you have to go talk to someone who is, to actually go and access the file from the second stage recycle bin. Okay, so there you have it. That's 2 tips in one. One is tip 5. Use the version history and also check out the audit trials, especially when you're using external sharing. And the bonus tip is about accessing, restoring your files from recycle bin, both from the first stage and the second stage. Hope you enjoyed both the tips. If you did, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on LinkedIn, you know the drill. Just connect or follow me on LinkedIn. Cheers. Thanks a lot. See you back in the next video.